Okay, for the next dish I'm gonna make, it's a noodle dish. I've had a lot of requests for noodles lately, so I figured I'd do a couple noodle dishes. This dish I'm gonna do is also a pan-fried noodle dish. So I've got the, I don't have the noodles here. So I'll be right back. We're doing again a Hong Kong style pan-fried noodles, and I'm using a shredded pork. So let me show you the ingredients that I'm going to use for this dish. Again, I have the Hong Kong style wonton soup noodles. They've been pre-boiled for just under a minute, and I put a little bit of oil on them so they would separate, so they would stay separated. Here I have some shredded pork I'm going to use. I'm going to cook that up. For the vegetables, I have some baby bok choy and some shredded carrots, and over here I have some sliced water chestnuts, straw mushrooms, bamboo shoots, sliced bamboo shoots, and some julienne green onions for the end. And for the seasonings, I have fresh chopped garlic. We have some sliced ginger root, cooking wine, about a tablespoon and a half of sugar, about a teaspoon of salt, white pepper, a splash of white pepper, and I have about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. A splash of the sesame oil at the end. And in this container here, we have some fresh chicken stock. So what I'm going to do first is fry the noodles, okay? So what we're going to do is heat up this wok. We're going to add some of our soybean salad oil to the wok. And bring this up to a frying temperature. And what I'm going to do is just drop a piece of noodle in here. And that's ready. So what I'm going to do is take the noodles and put it in hot oil. Try to separate it a bit here. Just like that. Oh boy, these are frying up just right. See how they're rising here? The back side of it is getting nice and toasty brown. What I'm going to do is take some of this oil out. Put that in my container here. And now what I want to do is brown each side of the noodles. Get them kind of a crispy coating, nice golden color on one side. This is very dangerous to do, but I'm going to flip the noodles here, and it's got some loose oil in it. Just kidding. I'm going to do it like this. All right. Dial the temperature back down a little bit so I don't burn them. As you can see, they got nice and crispy. Crispy on either side and soft in the middle. And then when I make the topping for the noodles, I'm going to make it very saucy. That sauce will sink down into the noodles and just drench those noodles with flavor. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is cook the fresh pork. I'm going to add some fresh oil to the wok. All right. And I'm going to add that pork to the wok. All right, that's just about cooked. I'm going to grab my other fancy strainer, and we're going to set that right up here like that, and dial that temperature down, and we're just going to pass that right into that strainer, just through the noodles. All right, now what we're going to do is add just a little bit of oil. We can actually catch some of that residual oil in there. Okay, and now what we're going to do is add the fresh chopped garlic, the ginger, turn the flame up a little bit, some cooking wine, okay, dial that temperature up here. Now I'm going to add the bok choy and some of the julienne carrots, bamboo shoots, water chestnuts, Raw mushrooms. Oh my God, it's gonna be delicious. Just like that. I'm just gonna toss it. Saute that a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna add that pork back into here. All right, now I'm gonna dial the temperature down a little bit, and we're gonna take probably about 2 ladlespoonfuls of this chicken stock here for our sauce. I'm gonna make it 3. You can make it as saucy as you want. I like it saucy. All right, so I got that temperature just on a low flame here. 3 3/4. Okay, there we go. That's the way we like it. We're gonna cook that bok choy down a little bit so it gets nice and tender. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take my pan-fried noodles here and just put those on the plate. And now I'm gonna season this up here with the tablespoon of sugar, about a teaspoon of salt, soy sauce, white pepper. Okay. And then we'll just gently stir this up. You know, it's funny, every time I do this, there's so many little things that have to go in to make a really nice dish, and I always seem to forget something. In this case, I forgot the cornstarch, so at the end we're gonna thicken it up. But before I do that, I'm going to do a little taste sample here. Okay. It's really good. I'm sorry, I have no words to describe how yummy that tastes. So I'm gonna take my cornstarch and just thicken this up, turn up the heat a little bit, and you'll watch that sauce get thick there. Well, I've got so much chicken stock in there, I'm gonna have to add a little bit more. Nice, very nice. Okay, the julienne green onions and the splash of sesame oil, that'll finish off this dish. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is dress this on top of the noodles. All right. And we'll just dial the temperature down a little bit, and we'll scoop that on there like that. Get all that sauce in there. And here is your Hong Kong style pan fried noodles with fresh pork.